Everybody ready?
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon. My name is John McCormick. I'm the mayor of the Township of Woodbridge. We're here at Island Middle School. Behind me is the practice soccer field. To my right is our police director, Bob Hubner. To his right is RJ McPartland, a police officer who is on the scene. We'll get into that. And to my left is George Brew. He's the head of Public Works Department, which of course covers the Parks Department. So at approximately 12:21, a call came into dispatch of someone that was hit by lightning on this field behind us. The Parks crew was here lining the field. It's a practice soccer field. The Parks crew was here lining the field, and an employee of the Township of Woodbridge, Eric Baumgartner, Baumgartner, was struck by lightning. He was an 18-year employee of the township. He was struck by lightning. His co-worker called in immediately, and the police responded very, very quickly. Officer McPartland was on school patrol at John F. Kennedy High School, which is right next door to here. They let out, and then his normal routine is to come to Island Middle. He was literally on the way here, so you can't ask for a quicker response than there was. Officer McPartland, by virtue of being a fireman for many years before becoming a cop, is very well trained in CPR and first aid. He immediately gave CPR to Eric Baumgartner. And again, that was very fortunate that he was here at the time he was here. Mr. Baumgartner was treated at the scene when more first aiders arrived. He's been transported to Robert Wood Johnson Hospital. He is alert and aware, and he's been talking. So that's very, very good news. I would say, as of right now, I have every reason to believe that RJ McPartland saved Eric Baumgartner's life. And I can't be prouder of the job that our police officers do. They are, we encourage cross-training. Every year our force is trained in CPR and basic first aid and tourniquets and Narcan and things like that. We also encourage our police department officers to become EMTs. So that is frequently the first person on the scene of any issue, any accident is a police officer because they're on the road. So what a very fortunate turn of events that RJ was here when he was here. So at this time I'll be happy to turn it over to Mr. McPartland, the hero of the day, if answer any questions you might have of him.
Yep.
Way to go.
Thank you very much.
That's
All right. So like the mayor said, I was assigned to work at the high school. The high school had just let out. I was on my way to the middle school for their dismissal when I saw the call come in on our computer. So I immediately activated our lights and sirens, got here, and I saw Eric out on the field. Immediately ran up to him, checked for a pulse, realized he didn't have a pulse, and began CPR. It was apparent that he was struck by lightning. He was still holding one of the machines. We were able to get that away from him. And when more units arrived, we were able to get the AED hooked up to him and start breathing for him. Shortly after, first aid arrived, and we were able to get him in the ambulance and continue to work on him safely.
How do you feel?
Well, hearing that he's doing well, that he's awake right now, is definitely a good feeling. Definitely glad. I'm just happy that I was close and able to get to him as fast as he did.
Do you know Eric from?
Yeah, so I've been a long-time employee of the township. So before I was a police officer, I used to work close to his department. So I've definitely known him for years and have worked side by side with him.
You kind of talking through stuff? Can you tell me like this?
Yeah, so we were trying to talk to him the whole time. Once we were in the ambulance and he did get a pulse back, he did slowly begin to gain consciousness. While he was on scene still, he wasn't talking yet, but he was starting to move his limbs and wake up a little bit.
And you said it was apparent that he had been struck by lightning. Can you describe what that means, having ever seen something to that effect?
So the call came in that he was struck by lightning, and just before the call came in, I was in my car and I did see a very large lightning strike, and I said to myself, wow, that seemed really close. And like the mayor said, the high school is right behind the middle school, so obviously it was very close. We were able to see some burn marks appeared on his hands, so that's how we were kind of able to determine what happened. And we knew that he just needed to start compressions to get his heart going again.
You feel like a hero?
Well, luckily we do a ton of EMS training. Annually we do CPR training, and like the mayor said, we do so much training. So I kind of just feel like it's what we were trained to do. Luckily, we are trained in that, and we're able to provide that to someone who needs it.
This lightning, was this out of nowhere? Because I happened to be in Clark at the time. I just heard one loud boom.
Yeah.
And I didn't hear anything else. I didn't see anything else. But then my desk called me and told me to come here. And I realized that boom that I heard was probably this as well.
Yeah, we got a very quick onset thunderstorm, and it was within the first few minutes of the rain starting that the strike came down.
Have you spoken to him since, now that he's regained consciousness, is he aware of what's happened? And
I haven't spoken to him. I know, I believe there is some township employees with him at the hospital, but I myself have not spoken to him.
Have you ever responded to a call like this where you helped a lightning strike victim?
Never a lightning strike. I've responded to calls where we've had to do CPR, where we've done CPR, but never a lightning strike.
would you just say and spell please your first and last name for us?
Sure. My first name is Robert, and my last name is McPartland. I also go by RJ, as the mayor was saying, so everyone
I
knows
didn't
me
even know your
as.
first name was Robert.
Just spell the last name, we just don't want to
Sure.
miss that part
It's
out.
McPartland.
And how long have you been an officer here?
In July, it'll be 4 years.
And how long were you a firefighter?
I've been a firefighter since I was 18 years old, so quite a few years.
Okay. Let me ask your boss about how he's doing.
Sure. You know, I don't think there's a higher honor than knowing that you saved somebody's life. So, great job by our officers. We as a police department put a lot of effort into make sure we know how to provide patient care, whether it be a motor vehicle accident. This is very rare, but as you can see, responded, did the job, and did it well, obviously.
We're going to go visit Eric, and if we get any information, John Haggard will have it. If you want to call within the hour, we'll be able to give you an update.
And he's
Yeah, would
Robert
you
Wood
be-
Johnson?
Was transported to Robert Wood Johnson.
Would the town be able to share a photo of him? Whether that's, I don't know what his current condition is, if you go to visit him, maybe a selfie, or if there is a town photo of him.
I don't know that his family will, if they let us, we'll do that. I can't guarantee it.
Right. So
Is he,
we'll hang
is
tight
he a
on that.
father or married or?
Yeah, so he is. He
Ready for
has.
the mic, please?
Good, good.
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
So George Brew, I'm the Public Works Director. Worked directly with Eric for several years. I ran the Parks Department before in my current position. So, we're family. But he is a father. He has, I believe, one son and a wife. Just an overall great guy. Out here doing his job. Trying to get this field ready before the rain, and I guess we really didn't know that this rain was coming the way it did, and we certainly didn't expect that. Normally the guys would shelter in their truck or whatever, till the conditions changed. But he was doing his job, and this happened. But, like as I said, we're all family here, so he's a good guy.
How do you feel?
Very happy, very relieved. I spoke to him just before the ambulance left the scene, so I was in the back of the ambulance and I was able to speak to him. He knew who I was. He wasn't exactly sure what happened to him, but I've spoken to his wife, who should be at the hospital shortly. And the report I got from another coworker that's at the hospital with Eric said that he was speaking to them as well. So that's a very positive sign. So
Can we get
thanks
names?
to Officer McPartland, RJ, as we all call him, and our crew that was on scene. We had a couple of guys he was working with, a few co-workers, dialed 911. RJ pulled up so quickly. He administered the CPR, but it seems like it was a good scenario at the end.
And then, can we get your name?
My name is George, and my last name is Brew, B-R-E-W.
And your title again?
I'm the Public Works Director.
Could you spell Eric's last name one more time?
Paumgartner.
He's about 40.
Yeah, 39 or 40. His date of birth was.
What's his official title?
He's a parks maintenance worker.
Are there lightning detectors in any of the parks and the?
We have them, but not out in a practice field.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.